Death. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, you guys. And yes, I do have stuff hanging off of my face. Yeah, I am Myra from The Evil Within 2. Our crazy little semen monster. I mean, what did they call her? She was just like a gooey, drippy white monster. But I have all of it all over my face. So this weirdo crap, you can hardly see it on my face here, but like, oh, 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 I had to peel my skin off after the stream. My chest did not want to turn white. I tried so hard. Semen Demon, I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Semen Demon is 100% what we're having here. Um, it is not actually. It's just awkward. I can feel it smacking me in the face. But it's actually not that bad. Facial monster. And I'm probably gonna die now. Jizz lady. Tyler, I see you. Dolly, hello. You guys, we have a spooky stream tonight. A spooker stream tonight. Spooky stream. Something. Is that how you got it on? Something smacked you in the face. That's exactly what happened. And then I just like hurried up and hairsprayed it onto my face, and here we are. Here we are. I do love how my forehead turned out, though. Look at that. I am the lady. Oh gosh, it feels so funny, you guys. Look at that. What's up, bitches? I'm here to scare you. I'm here to scare the shit out of you. It does make a good face mask. Well, I hope you guys like it, because this was not easy. I know it's hard to see on camera, but I will take a picture of my face later and post it onto the Discord, because it's insane. It's, like I said, up here is crazy. Look at my face. Look at my fucking face. Hello. What is up? I got kicked off for a minute, but dare I ask what this costume is called? Well, I have my own words for it, but it is Myra from The Evil Within 2. Our boss from The Evil Within 2, our wife. But yeah, so but I felt like a semen monster also fits well. It also fits well, especially with the kind of people we have around here. It's all stringy. It is. I used like this 3D makeup stuff, and I just dripped it all over my fucking face. All over my fucking face. So, how do you get any more pale? I like did only my face first. Like, look how dark I look. Look how dark my hand looks next to my fucking face. Wow, you put a lot into this. I made this out of just a white cape. We figured it out. But it's not the only costume that I made this year. Have to be appropriate for all occasions. So, without further ado, I'm here to scare the shit out of you. So, you guys, to stream, sheesh. I know, I was gonna be late today because it just, this was a lot, and then I couldn't get my chest to turn any whiter than this, and I tried so fucking hard to be white, even though I'm really white already, but I was trying to be whiter, and it took a long time. It did not want to stick to my skin. So, we are going to get started. We have a bunch of scary clips to go through today, you guys. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. We're going
What lurks in the forests of southern Appalachia? Sasquatch, the Chandler ghosts, the Wampus cat, the wood booger, all of these creatures in nature, and maybe more. Do they haunt our woods or just our imaginations?
Okay? It seems really quiet on my end, so I want to make sure that we're doing okay. It didn't really matter. Didn't really matter. I only got as pale as it could be. You should have just used paint. I should have, and then I could have touched up my house. Sounds good out here. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before we got too far into it. All right, let's get into the spooky.
Welcome to a special Halloween edition of The Sound Barrier, where we talk about these cryptids and ghosts of the Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia area. What's out there in the woods? Does it scare you? We're here to talk about a few of those today. One of these more famous legends is of the Wampus cat. The Wampus cat, many tellings of this story. In southern Appalachia, stretches all the way into Arkansas, some even say into Missouri. Sightings of big cats. Where did these legends come from? Well, they're varied. One such legend involves a beautiful Cherokee woman whose husband was a member of a hunting party that frequently went out to hunt together for the village and for the tribe. But before this hunt always took place, the Cherokee men would gather in secret to perform a ritual and prepare themselves to go out for the hunt. Well, the curiosity of this woman kind of overtook her one night, and she crept through the forest, slowly going to the ritual site. She disguised herself with the hide of a catamount, a wild animal, a wild cat that lurked in the forest of southern Appalachia, commonly known to the Cherokee. She disguised herself at this and spied on the men performing the ritual. She just got close enough until suddenly one of the Cherokee shamans spotted her. Being insulted by her presence there, the shaman put a curse on her, and the catamount skin fused to the woman's body. She screamed, but the curse was already done, and because of that, she was thrown out of the tribe and forced to wander the forests for eternity in the skin of a catamount. Another such legend of the Wampus cat comes from an evil demon called the Iowa, the spirit of madness, that had been terrorizing villages of the Cherokee around what is now Etowah, in what is modern-day North Carolina. Legend has it that the Iowa had terrible power to drive men crazy with just a single glance. It preyed on Cherokee children and terrorized the tribe. A Cherokee woman's husband, was named Standing Bear, decided he would put an end to this. He went out in pursuit of the Iowa to stop it and to bring peace back to the village. Unfortunately, he returned to the village, attacked and broken by the Iowa, blinded and unable to ever hunt again. Well, Standing Bear's wife, Running Deer, became enraged at this. She wanted revenge against the Iowa. So Running Deer went to the Cherokee shaman. She wanted revenge. And the shaman gave her a mask with a bobcat's face. And they told her the spirit of a mountain cat could stand up against the Iowa. But she had to be the one to surprise him. Otherwise, the Iowa would drive her to madness. Running Deer was brave, and she knew the woods around the village very well. So she trekked out, slowly creeping through the woods. At night, alone, but brave enough to take on the challenge. This widowed Cherokee woman thought to herself, if I had been that Iowa, I would be mad by now. But at the edge of a creek, Running Deer saw footprints that belonged to no human, and she knew she was on the path of the Iowa. She crept slowly through the forest to a small clearing, and sure enough, there the Iowa was, near a pond. With the bobcat mask on, Running Deer crept in slowly and leapt. Pow! The Iowa turned to see the bobcat right in front of him. It screeched, fell backwards, rolling down through the forest, down into the water, under the water, where Running Deer could only see its gurgling cries and hands trying to escape. She knew she had won. Running Deer then turned and ran back through the forest as fast as she could. The bobcat mask had worked. She had won. She had vanquished the demon and avenged her husband. This is yet another story of the Wampus cat. Now, whether you believe it Was the Cherokee woman cursed by the shaman to always lurk in the forests for spying on the ritual? Or maybe it just might be Running Deer in a bobcat mask, creeping around and still to this day projecting those Cherokee lands. What else lurks out in the woods of southern Appalachia?
Appalachia.
Thomas Spencer was an 18th century explorer and hunter who left his mark on Tennessee in the shape of a huge footprint. Spencer left his mark through the Tennessee wilderness, hunting for bear. Other hunters would stumble upon the tracks Spencer left and were frightened by the size of it. When asked how big the print was,
Scared, Vara.
no one was able to answer.
Just don't look outside.
Apparently, Spencer's strength was just as large as his shoe size. One day, Spencer came upon two settlers who were struggling to lift a big log on top of a wall they were building. Spencer took the log from them, then threw it on top of the wall. This, too, frightened the people. Spencer's reputation left a big imprint everywhere he went. People were afraid of him because of his size. He got the reputation of Bigfoot, or also known as Wood Booger in Virginia. In Virginia, they actually are sanctioned for wood boogers, where you cannot harm one should you come across one.
Okay, let's get real about this name, though. Wood booger? Wood booger? Really, though? I've seen the wood booger. I have a picture of it. I have a picture of the statue that they have up there. And it literally looks exactly like a Bigfoot. That's what it looks like, just like a little Bigfoot.
Spencer would get in the occasional fight as well, and he once threw a man over an 8-foot fence. Where is he now, do you ask? People have claimed to have sighted him on Base Mountain Park, where it says to have been full of evidence that Bigfoot has been there. Sticks stuck oddly in the ground, bones on the forest floor, and mysterious shaped structures made out of the branches. These structures have been said to be coverings for where Bigfoot likes to lie under. Another man claims to have seen evidence of him in Sullivan Gardens, where 1.5-inch branches, green branches, ripe branches, were twisted off from the top of the tree and thrown to the ground. There have been over 70,000 reports of Bigfoot in the northeast Tennessee area. Have you seen him? Have you heard him? Better watch out.
They literally in the town have bars named after the wood booger. Like, it's actually, it's weird and it's insane. And
Who
I just keep getting hit
or
in the
what
face with my little
is the
finger
Tennessee
tip.
Wild Man? A Sasquatch? A mythic beast? Just a figment of people's imaginations? Well, he certainly was real enough to the people of McNairy County, Tennessee
Okay, that's
in the 1800s. In fact, the newspaper, the Hagerstown Mail, warned residents about a giant, hair-covered, red-eyed beast lurking in McNairy County in western Tennessee near the Alabama border. Residents had spotted the Tennessee Wild Man carrying off goats, scaring women and children. It was said you smelled the Tennessee Wild Man before you heard him or saw those piercing red eyes in the night. A posse of men even gathered, combed the areas of McNairy County and other desolate areas of western Tennessee at the time looking for this wild man. They made no contact, for the wild man must have been pretty clever, because even after this posse formed and disbanded, sightings of the Tennessee Wild Man continued in western Tennessee for several decades after, with newspapers even reporting the sightings. But lest you think the Tennessee Wild Man was confined only to western Tennessee, He's in northeast Tennessee, according to at least 2 eyewitnesses who first smelled and then saw him in the Carter County area in the mid-1990s. Yes, much like the skunk ape, a legend of Florida, the Tennessee wild man apparently reeks. But when you smell him, the smell is strange, heavy, but it's also unforgettable as that of a dead body. The Tennessee wild man lives in the forests. He stays hidden, and what the 2 men in Carter County saw fit the same description of those poor settlers down in McNairy County in the 1800s. An 8-foot giant covered in dark gray hair with piercing red eyes staring at them through the woods. They didn't stick around long enough to see if he was real or to see what exactly it was, but they knew it was no bear, no animal indigenous to our area. Was it the Tennessee wild man? Is he still out there, somewhere in the forests of northeast Tennessee, looking for a dog to carry off? We may never know, but I'd just keep that back door locked at night just to be sure.
Just to be sure. I didn't want to talk during the video, so I was trying to be quiet, but
In
I did adjust the
1771,
sound, so
the Wheatlands
hopefully it's
Plantation
better
was
now.
built by the Chandler family in Sevierville, Tennessee. Along with the house, there's a smokehouse, storage house, and it grew up to over 4,000 acres of land. The Chandler family, the father of the Chandler family that is, was heard to have defeated an Indian war force on that land. It is said that over 70 people have died in the house alone from causes such as natural, accidents, and cold-blooded murder. Stains still show to this day of the blood that was spewed on the walls because of these deaths that refuse to go away. Owners have tried to replace the carpet, replace the walls, and wash it away, but have not been successful because the stains come back the next day. Multiple Native Americans, slaves, and Revolutionary War soldiers are buried across the property. Ghosts of the Chandler family have been sighted throughout the house. Some have even claimed to have witnessed full exchanges between ghosts and seen glimpses into the past. Strange banging noises and disembodied footprints throughout the house and stairs have also been heard, while visitors have claimed to felt invisible hands tapping their shoulders.
For real, Dolly.
Sounds of drumming and chanting have been heard across this property. On the second floor, a childlike presence has been felt and has been heard that she whispers and giggles and even rolls a ball towards a visitor from a dark room. Those who are brave enough to venture out at night have heard cannon fire, gunshots, and even smelled meat cooking. They've also witnessed fog-like apparitions floating inches above the ground, sending cold chills to those visitors who were brave enough to be outside at night. They have also sighted apparitions of soldiers and seen smoke they believe to have been cannon fire. Will you be brave enough to visit the Wheatlands Plantation?
I do too.
Thank you for joining us for this very special episode of The Sound Barrier. Have fun this Halloween season. But keep those doors locked, as you never know what's out there.
I love it. I love my drips.
Probably a better idea to squeeze through this way.
It's a perfect day for
I know I got some Michigan people in here right now. I know Brenna's not here yet, but you guys, I live 20 minutes on a high traffic day from this place. I've been here multiple times. I've walked through this the middle of the night. My nose looks huge with all this stuff on it. I love it. Wait, no, don't you fucking dare. We're going into the Seven Gables, my friends. If you have not heard of it, I hope you enjoy this story, but this is a This is a Michigan thing. It's in Dansville. I used to live in Dansville. It is spooky. It is spooky. But I used to live in Dansville. So I would have to, sorry, choking on my spit. I would have to drive past this road every single day on my way home. Every single day on my way home. Sorry for choking on my spit. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, because this is going to be very close to home for any Michigan people here.
For a hike deep into the woods. A canopy of trees insulates the constant buzz of wildlife, seemingly creating a two-track trail of tranquility.
I've been coming out here for 30 years.
But through the bramble, not far off the path,
You can see like the stones from the foundation.
remnants.
That's an old hasp off a barn door.
Many believe they're connected to something far from tranquil.
This site here is where the house stood.
The lore of what happened
The death of children, the idea of witchcraft.
has transcended generations.
People get angry when you talk about it.
It's the terrifying tale
So grows the legend, right?
of
Seven
Seven
Gables
Gables
Road.
Road.
That's the most haunted road in Michigan.
The myth lurks in the dark shadows of Dansville, a dead end off Dexter Trail.
You kind of have to go through this tunnel of trees
A broken, bumpy passage that surrenders,
to this dirt road where there's just 5,000 acres of nothing.
except for this
There's really just this one way in.
rusty, wrought iron padlock.
Funny, you're from Michigan, right? Right? I had that right. Y'all stupid. Yes, this is in Michigan. This is in Dansville. I used to live in Dansville. I would drive past this place every single day on my way home. I don't want to get haunted. You have to go there. I've been there in the middle of the night. I didn't see anything personally. But I know many people who have. Get your husband to watch with you? Should I be scared to watch this? No. No. You have to jump the fence. You have to jump the fence. So we'll finish watching this and then we'll talk about it more.
I think it's creepy.
Legend states the gate is a threshold separating safety
If you cross the gate, bad things will happen.
from the evil presence that lies beyond.
Once there was a witch that lived in a cottage back in the woods.
Armed men trapped her and set the house on fire.
Before she burned to death, she cursed the land to make it uninhabitable. If you were on the other side of the gate, so you're exploring her land and you hear a woman scream, the last person back over the gate will be dead within 3 days.
Years would pass. The curse did not.
This family built a house. They moved in. The father started to kind of go a little crazy. And then one night he killed his whole family, hung them all from the gables of the house.
Then hung himself from what's known as the hanging tree.
It's a little much
You
to
won't
just
be
try
haunted.
to discount.
I promise.
Present day thrill seekers who dare pass the gate
I was camping.
return with countless unexplained
It was dead quiet.
and disturbing experiences.
We heard what I would call a scream. And it sounded like a woman's scream to me. Never saw anything.
Welcome to Seven Gables Road.
Some caught on tape.
No.
What was that?
A very visible mist type figure.
What was that?
And I saw it that night, not just on the camera, but I saw it with my eyes as it ran by.
Late one night,
Super dark.
I'm the type of person that seeks out answers.
paranormal investigators Gary Gerke
I see spirits.
and Kat Ryan were lured by the lore.
See if anything happens to make its presence known.
Each step disrupting the deafening silence.
The deeper we go in, the more I get a icky feeling.
It didn't take long.
There's two shadow people. They're like standing in the middle of the path, facing us. We get to go back that way.
Onward
Right here's your tree.
until they reached the hanging tree.
You can see where there's a big broken limb. Until that limb broke off that tree, we would never get a picture to turn out. And then every time we have been back since, we've taken pictures of that tree and they have turned out.
Speaking of pictures,
Caught some orbs on camera.
anomalies
Like it's made of light, but then it disappears.
in full color.
Well, I can guarantee you this much, if we hear it again, I won't be the last person over that gate.
Don't be the last person over the gate.
Is it urban legend
I've not found anything to prove that anything of that nature happened out here.
or true?
I know what I heard.
There is one certainty,
Everybody's got a story about Seven Gables.
especially if they decide to test fate
The last one over, first to die.
beyond the gate.
This road is absolutely haunted. Absolutely.
It is 100%. It is 100% fucking haunted. Before we get into the next one. Knock, knock, who's there? It's a big fat nope from Dolly. It is actually, oh, I scared myself. Ooh. It's a crazy, you kind of drive down the road and like start not feeling good. You get to the end of the road and you just have like the biggest pit in your stomach, and I don't tend to get scared of places like that. I'm really curious. I've been to a lot of haunted places ever, but that place, there's some fucked up vibe with it because it does make you sick to your stomach just being in the location. It's bad, but it's cool. It's cool. You should go there. I got you. You got me. So, last time I went there, I was with 2 guys and another girl. And, the house is not there anymore. The house is not there. It burned down years and years and years ago. You can still find, pieces of concrete, but it is super easy to get lost. So, if you take one wrong turn, you're not finding shit and you're going to end up in a cornfield. So you have to be really sure of where you're going, because if you get to the cornfields and stuff like that, you went the wrong way somewhere. Even if it doesn't feel like you could have gone the wrong way, you somehow went the wrong way. But it's a really cool place. Go there during the day for sure if you are going to explore that area. But when I went, we got out of there. We didn't see anything. We did get pulled over though, and they thought me and my friend were being like kidnapped or sex trafficked or something like that. And the guys we were with almost got arrested because they looked quite a bit older than us. And the cops were like, "Are you okay? Are you all good?" But we were fine. We were fine. Our friends just look old as shit. So, next, we are going to get into an SW story. We're going at night. Make them snuggle you. We're going to get into an SW horror story. I have heard this story before. I did find one that had animation. That cartoon actually kind of makes me giggle like a lot. But it does help you get a visual of this story. It's a good little story here. So let's get into this.
My family and I live in Arizona, and we occasionally visit our Navajo family in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We left early to get there by noon or less. It is a very long and boring trip there. But we get there before noon and we have time to mess around and talk with our extended family.
That was a
and
good one,
we,
honey.
kids, start to play around till the evening starts to show. The house is too small for everyone to fit and sleep in. Some of the kids have to sleep in the trailer and truck camper, but 2 of my cousins and I had the amazing luck of sleeping in the old, slightly torn tent.
It's fucked up. Like, how are you gonna make them sleep in a torn fucking tent? Why are you going to make them sleep in a torn fucking tent? Like, one, I already get nervous sleeping in a tent in the first place. Like, I'm obviously very used to it since I backpack. But still, there's a certain amount of sketch to sleeping in the middle of the wilderness in a tent. Because, like, that's all that's keeping you from what wanders around the woods. Sleep with a knife under your pillow, my friends. We all squeezing on a bed inside the house. I don't care. Scoot the fuck over. I'm coming in.
We are well asleep at this point, and for some unknown reason, I wake up. Of course, I'm still tired and rubbing my eyes while yawning, meaning I wasn't well aware of my surroundings. Once I finish rubbing my eyes, I look straight at the entrance of the tent and see a figure, illuminated by the back porch light, standing in front of the tent. At first I was scared, but thought it was my other cousins just messing with us. As this person was still standing outside our tent looking at us, I turned to one of my older cousins who was 2 years older than me to wake him up and tell him that someone was standing outside of our tent. He tries to brush me off, but I persist and he turns to me and asks me what I wanted. I tell him to look at the entrance of the tent, and he does.
Brenna's in Vegas? I love you so much, sweet girl. Have so much fun in Vegas. I'm so excited for you. That's so much fun. Win lots of money for us.
I've never seen someone go from the brink of sleep to sheer panic and alertness in their eyes that fast before. He looks at me with this panicked face and tells me to be quiet. He whispers to me that it's a skinwalker and that we need to be quiet again. We lay there for the longest time, and from my memory, it was at least an hour or more. We were just about to go back to sleep because it hadn't done anything. Then it started to move around the tent. Remember when I said this was an old tent? Yeah.
As long
it
as
had
you're
some
not
holes in it.
outside, Okamanami.
One of the holes was the size of a quarter, and I decided to be brave. As it continues to walk around the tent a fourth time, I slowly crawl towards the hole and try to take a look. As I did this, my cousin told me to get back to the bed or it'll hurt us. Of course, as a kid, I ignored the warning. I'm at the quarter-size hole and looking out to see whatever it was. It comes around the hole, and what I saw was bone-chilling. I bolt back and hide under my sleeping bag while my cousin does the same. This thing decided to stop moving and start looking at us again. I hid under the covers and spent every ounce of energy being scared. And then I finally fell asleep.
How the fuck you fall asleep after that shit?
I woke up early, maybe around 5, and I decided to look around the tent to see if there was anything there. I see footprints, bare footprints that send shivers throughout my body. I saw the footprints move around the tent. This hit me hard because I was now realizing it wasn't a dream.
You will not be
As
haunted,
I further
Dolly. You're
investigate
okay.
the footprints, I noticed that it went off track. It went off to the rocky hills nearby where we were staying at. I followed the track to the hills, about a football field away from the house. As I continue to follow the tracks, something strange and scary happens. It goes from 2 footprints walking for a while to footprints and handprints in the dirt starting to form. I found that kind of strange because no person would do that out here. As I followed the tracks further into the hills, the hands and feet started to get smaller and smaller. It then subtly changed into coyote paw prints. That is when I stopped and turned back home, first walking fast, then onto a full-on run. When I got back, I sat down on the back porch for a while and thought about telling my family, but I didn't think that they would believe me. In the end, I didn't tell anyone, even the cousin I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, that's my story. I urge you guys to not go into the Navajo reservation to go looking for them. You will bite off more than you can chew. We, my people, take these beings very seriously and do our best to not talk about them. Even though I broke this code, I just thought to warn you guys about them. Whoever is listening are the first people to hear this story. I had a few more stories to tell, but this is by far the scariest one I had.
What did you guys think of that story? What did you guys think of that story? Did you like that one? Because that one probably gives me the creeps out of all of them. Out of fucking all of them. Skinwalkers are no fucking joke. Because I'll hop off right this second. Dolly doing the things, not watching the vids. Dolly, come back. I think I'm bummed out that I have to visit New Mexico regularly. Just don't go into the woods. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Yes, just be hella respectful and don't look things in the eyes. Don't do it. Do not look the scary things right in the eyes as I stare you in the eyes. But yes, that is a good one. I like that story a lot. Alright. Hopefully everybody's still here. Hopefully nobody has peed their pants. And if you have, I would like to know. I'll send you a sticker. I'll send you stickers if you piss yourself. Vara's got a sticker coming, I'm sure, already. I didn't pee. Glad. Something else happened. I peed. I'm wet. Yeah, no, so I've heard that story a couple of times, that one in particular, and every time I hear it, it fucks with me. Fucks with me every fucking time. Oh, Kaminami, did you pee white? Is that what this is? Is that what's on my face? Oh, God. Holding his hand. I peed brown from my butt. Oh, hell no, Kaminami. Oh. Don't pee brown. Don't pee brown from your butt. Oh, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, though. That one's, I think, my favorite one that we have on the list here. We'll take breaks in between these 3 stories here, though, to discuss them. But we're going to get into a video that's got 3 scary stories. Solid and warm pee. Oh, God.
I was house sitting for my grandma one weekend while she went to Florida with some of her church friends. I was sleeping in the guest bedroom next to her room. The guest bedroom always had 2 twin beds inside of it that my brother and I would sleep in when we had sleepovers at her house. I took the bed next to the window, but before getting into bed, I checked all the doors making sure they were locked. When I did get into bed, it was early, and I didn't actually go to sleep for a while. There wasn't much to do at my grandma's house. I was just on my phone for an hour or 2, watching videos, texting people, whatever. That's when I thought I could start hearing someone's voice outside. It sounded like a woman's voice, saying hello. I left the bedroom and inched my way closer to the front door, moving slow because I was trying to listen.
Hello.
It was a woman's voice, just going hello like every 10 seconds. As I got closer to the front door, I realized that's where it seemed to be coming from. My grandma's door doesn't have a peephole, but the windows in her dining room gave a clear view of the front porch, so I went over to that window to attempt to get a view of who was out there. I tried peeking my head in between the plastic blinds without making it obvious, but I guess I didn't do a good job of that, because when I looked, I did see a woman on my grandma's stoop, and she was looking right at me, as if she knew I was going to be looking through those blinds. Once again, she said hello, with some freakish smile on her face.
I have to say, though, that the little lady in the background saying, hello, it makes me giggle. It makes me fucking giggle. Memphis! We got Memphis in the chat. Happy Halloween. Which, happy Halloween to everybody, by the way. Happy fucking Halloween. I hope you guys got lots of candy. Hope you went and beat up some kids for some candy. Hope you did all that. I better not get sleep paralysis tonight. Oh no! Hello, I mean hell no! Oh, yep. Alright, let's get back into this.
This woman was older, but don't picture her as some innocent-looking, small old lady. She looked like she was maybe late 50s, early 60s, and something about her face just skeeved me out. I moved away from the window and thought maybe it was one of my grandma's friends. It was midnight, though. Why would anyone come to the door this late? And why wouldn't she knock or ring the bell? Why was she just standing out there going hello over and over? I was genuinely unsettled. I just went back to the guest bedroom and shut the door. Now with the door shut as opposed to before, I couldn't hear that woman anymore. Maybe it was that, or she just decided to leave. I started texting everyone about it, my sisters, my friends, telling them how bizarre it was. But a good amount of time passed in silence, and I was starting to calm down. My sisters were telling me to call Grandma, but there was a 0% chance she was awake, and she barely ever even checked her cell phone anyway. Just like that, something broke the silence. A banging at the window. Not a knocking or tapping, banging. I felt that fierce pain in my chest area as my body entered that fight or flight mode. Shortly after the banging stopped, I heard that familiar voice say hello. With that boost of adrenaline, I guess I had the extra confidence to grab the blind and push it up.
No! This motherfucker literally grabbed the blinds. Grabbed the blinds and looked outside. I don't have the balls to do that. I don't have the balls to do that. I live on the 3rd floor, so I hope not, Dolly. Well, at least we can say that's Grandma. If someone knocks on your window, do not look outside of the window. Absolutely fucking not. Do not look out the window. Do not fucking look out the window. That's so dumb.
There I was, face to face with this horrifying older lady, with only a thin layer of glass between us. I screamed at her smiling, gross face, I'm calling the cops. I pulled the blind back down and ran back outside to the living room. I looked around the house, then ran upstairs to box myself into the upstairs guest bedroom. I didn't want to actually call the cops. I don't know why. I wanted to just wait it out. I crawled into the bed in the upstairs guest bedroom and tucked myself under the covers. A couple hours later, I was still awake, and I finally only then went back downstairs to look outside each window. That freaky old lady seemed to be gone. The next morning, I called my grandma and told her what happened. She started yelling into the phone, clearly panicking and distressed. She told me how a few days earlier, she was being watched in the grocery store by some woman about 10 years younger than her, who just kept smiling at her for no reason. I told her to calm down. I didn't entirely know whether to correlate the two or not, but when we eventually got off the phone with each other, I did have to give it a second thought. My grandma is 75, and she has lost a bit of her wits, so I do have to take some of the things she says with a grain of salt. But the way she yelled into the phone about the woman in the store really gave me the chills, and I still wonder if it could have been the same person.
Vara says, start jerking off really loudly to scare the lady off. But what if that's what she's after? Maybe she's trying to look like this. Assert dominance or quick fast. I would be hiding in God's embrace. There's always next month. Yes, there is. Yeah, Thanksgiving bikini. Ice bucket challenge. Japanese edition. I fucking love that, Memphis. I love that so much. Followed this old lady from the store. Yeah. What is this? It follows? Oh, Dolly says it's drinking time. What a good time to do it. Cheers. Ooh, that one's good. All right. Are we ready for spooky story number 2? I'm all look like a dumbass. It's okay. It'll be great, though. Even more scary, Burger King foot lettuce. What the fuck is Burger King foot lettuce? What the fuck is foot lettuce? Sorry, my nose is so itchy. I can't itch it though. I can't itch my nose. My nose is covered in goop. Look at my face. Look at it. Itches under this one right here. Itches so bad. I'm looking it up on my phone right now. Look that shit up. Oh no. Okay. What is it? Burger King foot lettuce. Oh, it's a song. Oh, Kaminami. From Chills. It's not a song. It's a video. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's a song. Oh, hold on.
Burger King foot lettuce.
It's a meme. Is the video appropriate for the stream? Because we could watch it once we're done watching spooky stuff. Okay. Alright. We'll put it on once we're done with all of our spooky things tonight. We'll end it on that note. I recognize
My
his
name is
voice.
Nicholas. I'm currently a freshman at Syracuse University, which doesn't exactly sit in the safest area. I just went through a breakup with my first girlfriend, so I started getting back into the online dating scene. I was using the app Hinge when I found some blonde girl named Stephanie who I really connected with. She also went to Syracuse. We both liked to read, go to the movies, we even had the same sense of humor. I suggested we go on a movie date, and she said she'd love to. She told me to meet her at some specific point near campus and she'd pick me up. So, around 9 o'clock, I waited on some corner of a normal neighborhood block, waiting for Stephanie. She asked me to share my location with her, and so I did. A few minutes later, I saw a car turn down the street and start approaching me. Then it stopped in front of me, and the driver rolled down the window. It wasn't Stephanie, though, but some old random guy. He asked what I was doing alone out here, which was insanely weird, first of all. Then I said I was waiting for someone. He asked if I was waiting for Stephanie, and I said, yeah, how'd you know? He said he was Stephanie's father, and told me to hop in so he could give me a ride to her. I took a good look at him, and he looked a little old to be her father, to be honest. I'm no idiot when it comes to sketchy situations, so I said in a firm voice, why didn't you tell me you'd be picking me up? He claimed he didn't trust a random guy meeting up with his daughter, and wanted to meet me first. I took another good look at the man and didn't say anything. I simply started walking away in the opposite direction from where his car was facing.
Be hella creepy.
He started yelling, hey, hey, sounding surprised that I was just walking away like that, but I've heard way too many kidnapping stories to know where this could potentially go. I heard the guy's car moving, and I turned to make sure he wasn't doing a U-turn to follow me. I breathed a sigh of relief when he drove straight and turned left out of sight. I continued walking down the block towards campus. I got to the corner of the block and was just about to make a turn when I noticed what I was pretty sure to be the same car the man was driving, just parked on the side of the road with the light shut off. I briefly tried looking into the window as I passed, but the glass was tinted. I tried not making it obvious that I was suspicious and continued walking. I got a text from this so-called Stephanie person saying, why didn't you get in the car with my dad? I ignored the text and continued walking. I kept looking back to see if the car would move. When I got to an intersection in the road, I turned right and then full-on booked it in the direction of campus. Surprisingly, I wasn't followed. I made it back to campus out of breath and started walking to my dorm building. I felt like I heard footsteps following me, though. I thought maybe I was being paranoid, but when I heard a piece of broken glass being kicked by someone's shoe, I knew I was being tailed. I made a point of ducking down behind a van and stopping to give me time to listen for where their footsteps were coming. They were a few cars away from me. Then I remembered. I never stopped sharing my location with Stephanie, or should I say that man.
He done fucked up.
I saw him. It was that old man. He was approaching from between two cars across from me. He yelled something that I didn't fully understand, but it sounded like he said, come back and I'll take you to her. He had to be like 60-something. There's no way he would catch me if I sprinted. I lost him easily when I ran, and made it back to my dorm room. My roommate wasn't there, so I had no one to talk to about it. But when I lay in my bed, I got another text from that man, and it was shocking. It said, you're a little piece of fucking shit. You're lucky you got away. I would have strangled your ugly ass. I still have the screenshot. I replied saying thanks for the threat, it's going straight to the police, and I blocked his number. I still have the conversation saved as evidence, and I plan on going to the police with it eventually. Hopefully they are able to do something about it.
Yo. The fact that he forgot to shut the location off and got stalked by this guy a second fucking time in the same night is fucking nuts. Okay, but seriously, I used to take calls for senior living, and I've heard stories of people doing things like this when they have dementia. When they have dementia, they try to murder people? What? They get paranoid. That's insane. A Japanese samurai ghost, very powerful, demonic, and evil, but also awesome. I'd like to encounter one, to be honest. Oof. Yeah, I believe they go a little crazy. Memphis, that sounds crazy, and you're fucking nuts for wanting to see one of those. You don't want to die, my friend. You don't want to die. I'd be so sad. But yeah, that guy almost got murked. He almost got fucking murdered. Story number 3.
When I was 18, I had a side job as a part-time janitor at my high school over the summer. I would work sometimes days and sometimes nights, anywhere from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m., depending on how much money I needed. Oftentimes, I would be left to lock up the building when the older janitors have left. This was a time before the high school had cameras installed in every single hallway. So one night, one of my superiors, Tom, had to leave early, meaning I'd be finishing up the rest of my shift alone, and I'd be locking up for the night. He told me to text him if I need anything, as he always did, and then he left. I loved it when I was left alone because usually I'd just do half an hour of work and then just hang around on my phone or leave early and still get paid for the whole shift. I definitely pushed it with the things I'd get away with at that place. One of the things Tom asked me to do before leaving was bring all the extra seats in the gymnasium from the assembly down to the basement storage room. So I figured I'd do that, then just go home. I grabbed a stack of 6 chairs and started carrying it down to the basement. The lights in the storage room were very dim. They kind of suck. The whole basement of that school wasn't exactly pretty. It felt more like a basement to a warehouse. Anyway, there were what appeared to be a bunch of art mannequins covered by paint cloths. You know, those big things that look like blankets. It seemed all of the school's art supplies were stored down here. I dropped a stack of chairs down where the rest of the chairs were stored, and went back up to the gym to get more. When I came back down with more chairs, I noticed one of the mannequins was exposed now. The blanket was removed from on top of it. I know for sure it was covered minutes earlier because it was one of the front ones. I texted Tom saying, I think someone's down in the basement. He said back, what do you mean? And I said one of the art cloths were moved. He took a minute to respond saying no one else should be there. Then I noticed something. The art cloth, tucked in the corner of the storage room, sitting outside of the light that was produced at the center of the room. It was covering something, surely. I started to tiptoe over to it, but when I was a few feet away from it, I realized whatever was under that cloth was moving just ever so slightly. There was undoubtedly someone hiding under there. I ran back upstairs and locked the basement door. I texted Tom saying someone is hiding under a cloth in the basement. He said call the cops, but I insisted he just come back since he only just left like 10 minutes ago. He didn't want to come back though. He told me to be a man and confront whoever was down there. So I went down to the basement again. However, the cloth was now strewn flat on the floor, and whoever was hiding under there was gone. But possibly the scariest thing was yet to happen. As I stood in the storage room, there were loud metallic thumps coming from above my head. I looked up and saw indents slowly forming in the large air vent above me. Someone was crawling through the main vent, then just stopped literally above me. And then, bangs. Bangs like whoever was in there was trying to break open the floor of the air vent. I didn't know what was happening, but I was officially done with this. I ran up the stairs, locked up the school, and went home. I told Tom the partial truth the next day, that I thought I saw someone in the corner and it was gone when I went back. And I claimed there was nothing else I could say. Thank God it was my last week there, so it wasn't my concern anymore.
Yeah, thank God it was his last fucking week. You guys, did they scare you? Did it scare you? I hope it did. Yep, so that's a big nope. I've heard stories of someone's grandparent who got dementia. I can't speak today. Got dementia and schizophrenia, and he ended up attacking a neighbor because he thought the neighbor was following him. That's really fucking scary to be probably stabbed by like an old person. That's horrible. Nope, didn't scare me. I'm mildly spooked. My man's boss said, man up and go confront him. I don't fuck with mannequins. I don't fuck with mannequins at all. Like, that's not... You're gonna catch me not fucking with them. Nope. 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 They freak me out. And if they started fucking moving, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, no. The boss basically was like, yeah, I know some spooky ass shit goes on there, and that's why I let you close, my friend. Fuck you, pimp. Dear boss. I'll be right back, though. All right, Memphis. We'll be here hopefully another 30 minutes. All right. So this next one, I did not preview. I would with zero hesitation. Mannequins got no arms and tits like party hats. Oh, hell no. They do, though. They do, though. They do. It's fucked up. Oh, it's such a good one, though. All right, so this next video was sent in by our beautiful Brenna. She's had to watch it with you guys. I have not previewed this at all. So, hopefully it's scary. But it is Paranormal Activity caught on video. It is compilation part 2, apparently. Didn't know there was a part 1. Here we go. I missed it. I was looking at Dolly's comment. Oh, ballsack. Okay, alright. Start over. Here we go. Oh my God. Before we go any further, I would like to say that I claim no bad energy from these videos. I would also like to claim no bad energy towards my streamers and viewers that are here with me, or the people who watch after the fact. We do not claim this energy. That one was fucked up though. That was creepy.
There it is. Holy Go, 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 go.
Oh, did you guys fucking see that? Oh my God. Nope. Nope. I would be going the other direction. No, bye. Bye. Not driving past that house ever the fuck again. Why dude gotta make a mess? For real though, with the taking the silverware out of the drawer and stuff, like, bro, you're gonna poke somebody's eye out with that fucking fork. Wait, I missed it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'll take you back. If you guys want me to go back to certain clips, please do not hesitate to ask me to go back if you missed something. I will happily take you back to it, okay? We're going to start from the beginning of that clip. There we go. I think we're good here. Dolly, watch this window right here. Okay? Watch in that crevice there.
Looks like it's busted up.
Yep. We're going to pause.
Holy
right there.
Go, 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 go.
Did you get it that time? Did you get it that time? Because it started out as an empty hallway. The fuck? So if you look right here, you're gonna see that this is empty. This is all black. There's nothing really there. We still are seeing there's absolutely nothing there.
Looks like it's busted up.
Still nothing. Boom. Right there. There is a thing. There was a thing. It is a thing that popped up that was not fucking there at the beginning of the video. And they say,
Holy
go, 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 go.
Go, 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 go,
Yeah,
go, go, go,
fucking
go, go.
creepy. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You would not catch me living in that house. No fucking more. No fucking more. If this is what I caught on my fucking ring. If this is what I caught on my fucking ring. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. It looked like a kid fucking walking in the school books. Just back home, just tra-la-la-la-la. Here I go, being a little ghosty. Went to ghost school today. Learned how to spook the shit out of folks. Ooh. Did we pause and not know it? I didn't catch that one. What was that one? Well, I missed it. I was looking at Vara being a scaredy little puss wuss. Vara says, love y'all. I can't watch ghost shit. Laugh my ass off. I'm here just not watching videos. I'll puke. And this is why I took him into the woods, though. I mean, at least that one was just traveling on. It was. And I don't know why that makes me more uneasy about it. The fact that, where's it going? Where's it going? Is it just looking for a fucking house to haunt? Don't you be judging me. I will judge the fuck out of you. This is the kind of shit that really scares me. Like, I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm sorry. I wanted to really hit a note for everybody, so we really kind of went with all sorts of different scares for this stream. So I did not catch what was scary about this one, so we're gonna rewatch it. Where is it? I already see what's fucked up with that one. Okay, you guys. Not gonna lie. Totally missed it again. What is it? No, I didn't have it paused. Okay, one more time. Everybody pay the fuck attention. I didn't see it. The only thing I saw was that lamp go on by itself. Oh, I guess I didn't notice that. Okay, we're going to look at it one more time. Bye, ghost. Off to the side of the left. Oh, you're right. The lamp does turn on by itself. See, I didn't even fucking notice that. I didn't even notice. That ghost could haunt my house and I would have no idea. Again, I claim no energy from these videos. I'm gonna 100% agree with you with the bad wiring. That one fucks me up though. This is a motherfucking ghost just entering your house. Did you see that? What the fuck? That's just a ghost entering your home. Boom. Holy shit. That is a whole little tiny person. My ceiling fan is haunted. And right into the goddamn house. Boom. Holy shit. Nope. That's a whole ass ghost going in your fucking house. That's crazy. One more time because I love it. I love it and I'm terrified of it. Ready? Hey, I'm a little person. Whoop, now I'm in your fucking house. Whoop. Whoop. That one's crazy.
I gotta assume that other kids are being baptized.
Where'd he go? Where did he go? I feel like... I don't know. I don't know if I believe that one. Not this one. We're getting to it.
I gotta assume that other kids are being baptized.
Tell me what you guys think of this one, because one, I don't know. I feel like there's just a glitch in the matrix going on here. His shadow is so strong. It's so strong. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. Watch his shadow.
I gotta assume that other kids are being baptized.
And gone. That's an edit. I'm gonna go with that. All this freaky shit is making me hungry. Me too. I want pizza. It does look fake. That's not real. I'm gonna say that one's fake. That one's an edit. 100 fucking %. Cat.
Caralho, bicho,
Okay, that
que é
one is
isso, mano?
creepy too. We're gonna watch that one more time. I don't like when alarms go off. That shit freaks me out.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano?
Mano, não tem nada.
Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano.
You're all good, Desiree. It's
Mano, que é isso, bicho?
creepy up in here.
Caralho, mano. Bora, mano.
Why? Why?
É doido, Deus me livre, mano.
Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano.
What
Vai,
happens
vai,
if
mano.
you stop it?
Corre, corre. Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho?
I want to know why, like, call me a jerk, but I would probably grab the door and be like, no. I would not go in there. Yeah, why the fuck would you go in there? You walk up to this shit. You walk up to this shit. And why do we have guns?
Cuidado, Judá.
We have
Cuidado,
guns.
mano. Que é isso, mano?
Mano, não tem nada.
Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano.
Right, just hold the door.
Mano, que é isso, bicho?
Yeah, you need to shoot the fuck out of it.
Caralho, mano. Bora, mano.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
É doido, Deus me livre, mano.
It gets angry.
Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano.
Oh, and then something got thrown at him.
Corre, corre.
I say the Ghostbusters?
Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho?
I missed it.
Corre, corre. Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho?
Run, you little bitch boys. Okay. Someone's gonna have to help a Maddie out. I did not catch. Oh, I hear it though. Do you guys fucking hear that? You guys fucking hear it? Okay, let's do it. We'll do it one more time. I think it's the noise. I know, me too, Dolly. Okay, I didn't catch that one either. I'm not good at this. Not good at this. Oh, hell no. Nope, 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 nope. No. You, no. The dogs and the cat and the dog seen something, but I didn't. Oh, it's the door. The door is moving on its own. Nope. Ah! Makes me want to throw up. I don't know why, but I think the photos are scarier than the things. Thanks, I hate it. All right. That was insane, you guys. You know what, though? You know what? We made it through. We made it through all of them. We did a good fucking job. Ghosts are done. Because, yes, ghosts are done. They are done. We're going to remove some things. I've been searching for things on here for you guys. There was something I was supposed to look up. Well, what was it? I looked it up on my phone. Burger King something. Foot lettuce. Yes. This one? Is it? The second one?
Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously to the site showcasing his feet in a plastic bin of lettuce.
Oh god. Oh god. We're just gonna look it up like this. This one? The original voice is better.
Number 15.
This
Burger
one?
King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously to the site showcasing his feet in a plastic bin of lettuce with the statement, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." Admittedly, he had shoes on, but that's even worse. The post went live at 11:38 p.m. on July 16th, and a mere 20 minutes later, the Burger King in question was alerted to the rogue employee. At least, I hope he's rogue. How did it happen? Well, the BK employee hadn't removed the EXIF data from the uploaded photo, which suggested the culprit was somewhere in Mayfield Heights, Ohio. This was at 11:47. 3 minutes later, at 11:50, the Burger King branch address was posted with wishes of happy unemployment. 5 minutes later, the news station was contacted by another 4chaner. And 3 minutes later, at 11:58, a link was posted. BK's Tell Us About Us online form. The foot photo, otherwise known as Exhibit A, was attached. Cleveland Scene magazine contacted the BK in question the next day. When questioned, the breakfast shift manager said, "Oh, I know who that is. He's getting fired. Mystery solved by 4chan. Now we can all go back to eating our fast food in peace."
What the fuck? Why would somebody put their feet in
Years
the
ago, I did a
lettuce?
somewhat lighthearted video about the creepiest children's drawings. I made jokes
Why?
about a lot of them, but a few on that list did seem like they might have had some sinister
4chan
backstories.
came quick
Over
and
the years,
strong.
I've gotten a handful of kids' drawings with backstories emailed to me. Today, I'm going to be compiling a few of those into this video.
We got time for one more scary
This
thing.
was the drawing made by a 6-year-old boy in 2012. The picture was found in his room by his older sister Tracy, who sent this to me, who was 14 at the time, and she showed it to her parents. In the picture is the family around the dinner table, drawn in a typical 6-year-old skill level.
Reflection.
The reason Tracy showed it to her family is because she could recognize all the family members at the dinner table, even the family dog and cat. Who she couldn't recognize was the man sitting on the floor kind of behind the table. Tracy said in her emails to me that when she was asking her little brother who that man was, he kept shrugging his shoulders and saying he's not allowed to tell. The man was drawn to be dressed in all black and has reddish brown curly hair, as you can see. Because of her little brother's refusal to explain who that fifth person in the picture was, she showed it to her parents, explaining that he likely had an imaginary friend or was pretending to be seeing ghosts. After the parents confronted the child at dinner, asking who the man in the picture was, the boy made a pouty face and shrugged his shoulders. He did this anytime they asked, with the most detailed answer from his mouth being, "I'm not allowed to tell." The parents, specifically the dad, weren't fazed by it, as really a 6-year-old could draw anything and create some kind of crazy story in their head behind it. Tracy would be responsible for watching her brother often when their parents weren't home, and one day when she was left in charge of watching him, she heard her brother talking to someone in his room. Upon getting to his room, she learned he was just playing with his toy car set on the floor, talking to most likely himself as he played. Tracy asked if he was talking to anyone. He looked at her and shrugged his shoulders again, pouting his face. Tracy then noticed some candies on the floor of her brother's room, a specific kind of green apple flavored candy that she'd never seen her mother buy before. She asked him where he got this, and he ignored her, going back to playing. Tracy took the candies, and that angered her brother, yelling, "Give them back." She waited until her parents returned home to ask if either of them had bought the unusual candy. Since the boy was only 6 and it was summer break, aka receiving the candies at school wasn't even a possibility, the random candies appearing in the boy's room became a concern. Even as the boy was scolded and pressed by his parents as to where he got the candies from, he still just made his pouty, angry face and ignored them. The boy was grounded by his father until he would answer the question, so he wasn't allowed to leave his room. The family checked the closets in his room, under the bed, even the closets outside of the room. The idea that someone was inside of the house was out the window. On that same night that he was grounded, Tracy sat close to her bedroom door instead of on her bed, so that she would easily hear if and when her brother in the next room would start talking. And sure enough, when he did, which to note was way past her brother's bedtime, she jumped up and ran to his room, opened the door, and saw her little 6-year-old brother standing at his open window talking to a man who looked as though he were about to climb into the room. Tracy screamed for her mom and dad, causing the man at the window to flee, and her brother began to cry. Once Tracy told her parents that a man was talking to her brother through his window, the police were called. The boy still refused to talk at first, but with the police there, he eventually said that his friend told him not to tell anyone about him, or that he couldn't come and play anymore. When asked his friend's name and age, he said he didn't know. When asked what the two of them would do, the boy said he would come with snacks and candies for him and just play with toys. When asked how they met, he said they met in front of the house one day when the man stopped on his bike and gave him some candy. After offering to come back with more candies and snacks, Tracy's brother told him which bedroom window was his, and that's when this started. Submitted to me all the way back in 2015, this was sent by a mother of 2 children, a 6-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl. Almost every night between the hours of 12 and 5 a.m., the boy would come to the parents' bedroom crying that he's scared because someone or something was in his room at the edge of his bed. The boy would claim that every night the person or thing would come out from his closet and move to the same spot at the foot of his bed and just stand there not moving. The first few times the parents would check the boy's bedroom just to make him feel better. The closet door would always be opened. When questioned why the closet door was always open when it was supposed to be shut, he would claim that it was because he was telling the truth about the thing in his closet. Every time the parents would show their son that the closet was empty, he would go back to sleep. Their 8-year-old daughter never had any similar issues to this. For a few nights, the parents would let him start sleeping in their room on the floor with a blanket.
Your friendly neighbor.
Eventually, though, after this had been going on for too long, the parents decided to humor him one more time and asked him to draw what the thing at the foot of his bed looked like. His drawing sent chills down his parents' spines. In the drawing was some grudge-like figure that seems like it would be enough to give a grown man nightmares, let alone a 6-year-old boy. There also appears to be something at the window, and when questioned about this, the boy said that he sees it at the window sometimes too when it's not at the foot of his bed. The parents' solution to this was moving their son's bed to the spare bedroom across the hall that didn't have any big closets.
Kids are freaky.
The mom who submitted this couldn't help but get a little creeped out herself at the drawing, and every time he would come crying to their room in the middle of the night. This third and last one is a little different in that it's a mix of drawings and writing, and there's 3 different pages of it. This was found by the new babysitter of an 11-year-old boy named Rocco in Ottawa, Canada. The babysitter, who I'll refer to as Alyssa, was needed while the parents of Rocco were away for a week. According to Alyssa, Rocco was very quiet and kept to himself most of the time. He would stay in his room for a majority of the day, and would only come out to get food from the fridge or to go downstairs to play video games. Alyssa tried to befriend the child the first day, but eventually gave up after realizing Rocco either didn't like her or was just a very unfriendly, creepy kid in general. Alyssa would spend the majority of her shifts doing schoolwork and watching movies. She knew Rocco had an obsession with guns because of the amount of toy guns he had. They would lay across the house in varying rooms, ranging from Nerf guns to airsoft guns to varying types of toy guns. Alyssa had never been in Rocco's room yet though, but one night when Alyssa was having trouble sleeping, she heard Rocco sneak into her designated bedroom and was just standing by the doorway. She sat up in her bed and asked Rocco if something wrong. Then she just closed the door quickly and she heard him running back to his room. The next day, Alyssa went into Rocco's room for the first time. Rocco wasn't in there and the light was off. This meant he was in the basement playing video games, as those were the only 2 rooms he'd ever be in according to Alyssa. He didn't even seem to seek hanging out with friends. Sprawled out on Rocco's floor were a bunch of papers. The first piece of paper that caught her attention was this drawing of a handgun. It wasn't anything really alarming, it just further demonstrated his fixation on guns. Alyssa dug through the papers though, and found 4 pieces of paper stapled together with 3 different staples. They formed what could best be described as a little storybook. The first page looked to be the cover page, titled The Babysitter. Immediately Alyssa assumed this little book was about her. But not wanting to get caught reading it, she took pictures of each page of the little booklet, as well as a picture of the handgun drawing, and left the room to go read it on her phone elsewhere. These were the pictures she had taken. This was the second page. Rocco wrote on it, "It was a regular day in the house, when Mom and Dad brought over the babysitter for the first time. There's something about her that I hate. I think it's how ugly she is. She's a huge nerd. I don't want her in the house.
100%.
Not sure why my mom and dad hired her. I think I'm gonna have to kill her."
Oh my god.
The drawing on the page is what's supposed to be Alyssa sitting on the couch on her phone, and Rocco spying on her through the doorway. This was the next page. It's day 3 and she's still here. Parents think I'm a baby or something that needs an annoying, ugly babysitter that eats all our food and drinks. In this drawing, Rocco appears to be grabbing a kitchen knife while Alyssa's in the fridge. The child's disdain for his babysitter becomes increasingly apparent in a disturbing manner. But the next and last page is by far the worst. It says, "She caught me sneaking into her room. I have to be quieter next time." The picture is quite obviously Rocco holding a knife behind his back while Alyssa lay asleep in her bed.
Oh my god.
The implications of this picture are beyond transparent. Alyssa returned to Rocco's room while he was still in the basement, and lo and behold found a small kitchen knife on his bedside nightstand. Alyssa sent the pictures of the drawings and knife to Rocco's parents and then called them. At first the parents tried to convince her he must be joking around, but they were apparently easily convinced that Rocco could have monstrous intentions. They had Rocco's grandmother take over that same day. Alyssa left the house never informing the police or any other authorities. She accepted her payment for the 2 weeks that night, and she accepted the parents' apologies, but not without recommending that they take their son to get some serious help.
That's really fucked up. So, one last time for those of you who don't know what I am. This beauty. Right here. Is who I am for Halloween this year. I love the goo on my face. I love it. I love being a fucking monster. Ah! Okay. Maddie, you are evil from within. I love it. I do. I feel like it worked well. I feel like the gunk worked fantastically. All right. You guys, that white stuff on your face, huh? Yeah, I do. I like that. If I move around, it flops and hits me in the face. I do like it a lot. All right, you guys. So, I'm going to look and see if we have anybody on Twitch. I know we're down to only a few people because we got a little scary in here. You know, I think we're okay. I think we're okay without raiding tonight. There's not a lot of people on since it is a holiday. But, you guys, I will be back on tomorrow. We'll be back on to our normal scary game stuff. And I promise to try to not creep you out as much as I did tonight. Brave Vara stuck around. He did. He did. Alright, you guys, I love you so fucking much. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic night and happy Halloween. Goodbye.